Now for more on Russia's war on Ukraine, I spoke with former Ukrainian President Petro Poroshenko in an exclusive interview. Poroshenko was president of Ukraine from 2014 to 2019. He's in Kyiv. Hi, Mr. Poroshenko. Good to have you back on our program. I understand that you actually just returned from the southern front line of this war. What was that like?
This is extremely important point because this is the battalions who was created by me, by my team. Battalions of Territorial Defense of Kyiv now moved to the south. And we have an extremely important task to stop Putin troops, not allow them to storm Odessa region and to connect Donbas, Crimea, occupied, and Transnistria. We want to break Putin's scenario to divide Ukraine and to create a Novorossiya. Me, as a president of Ukraine, stopped this scenario in year 2014, ruined Putin's plan, released 2/3 of the occupied Donbas, and I'm absolutely confident that then we surprised the world, and today we surprise the world by stopping Putin.
And that southern front, that along the sea there, how strategically important is it to Putin?
Definitely very much important, because this is, as he declared, one of the main aim of his aggression. But don't be a misunderstanding. First of all, Putin wanted to take all Black Sea area, to take access to the sea from Ukraine. But at the end of the day, Putin don't need neither Crimea or Donbas. Putin need the whole Ukraine. And only these type of things help this crazy maniac to implement his idea to restore either Soviet Union or Russian Empire. And he do not stop by killing dozens of thousands Ukrainian, and we now have a disastrous figures that only in Mariupol we have more than 20,000 civilian killed. And today on the press conference of mayor of Mariupol, we find out the place where it was buried more than several thousand civilian. And this is a disaster. This is a genocide. And I am very much appreciated that now, after United States, after Canada, after Poland and Lithuania, also several European nations, the parliament of several nations, recognize the killing of Ukrainian as a genocide. Because when they are attacking the buses with a clear sign, children, where only women and children, they using the machine gun killing them. This is not because this is a dangerous in the military sense for Russia, but these victims were killed just because they are Ukrainian. And we never accept, we never excuse, and definitely it would be the special tribunal, very much simple, like Nuremberg tribunal against Nazis, and Putin and all the executor of this disastrous massacre would be behind the bar.
Mr. Poroshenko, you mentioned Mariupol, and I just want to ask you if you can update us, because we were reading overnight that Putin has ordered his troops not to storm that steel plant where we know so many people were taking cover. Instead, he's calling on Russian forces to seal it up so nobody can escape. What do you know about that?
I have a long experience for negotiation with Putin, and I can give you several pieces of advice. Piece of advice number one, please don't trust Putin. Putin never telling the truth. No matter if he's talking about ceasefire, releasing of hostages, or the fact ich tam net, that there is nobody of Russian there. So Putin continue the attack on Mariupol, and this is the heroic efforts of Ukrainian Marines, of Ukrainian National Guard soldiers, and you cannot find out the example in the military history that almost 60 days without food, without ammunition, without water, the Ukrainians are attacking Russians, and exactly now we have a heavy shelling in Azovstal. This means that there is no any truth in Putin's words. Point number two, please don't be afraid of Putin. And with that situation, we Ukrainians demonstrate that we don't be afraid, as they said, second largest and biggest and strongest army in the world. We stopped them, and more than 12,000 Russian soldiers were tied with the Mariupol fighting of Ukrainian heroes. And unfortunately, there is a lot of Ukrainian civilians there in Mariupol. We have lots of women who be raped and killed, lots of children who were killed there, and we have no illusion what does it mean Russian world, because those who want to see what's the way Putin want to transform Ukraine see the Mariupol completely destroyed. And that's why it would be extremely difficult to reach a compromise between Ukrainian and Russian, because we have a very big dispute. Putin want to have all of us died, and we just simply want to live. We want to survive. Putin want to erase Ukraine from the world map, and we, with our 1,000-year long country, want to be European nation, free and democratic.
Just one final question for you, Mr. Poroshenko, and that's around military aid and weapons coming from ally countries, specifically Canada. They announced in the budget $500 million. We don't know the specifics of what that's for. Just a few days ago, the Prime Minister said that Canada will send heavy artillery. Do you have any more information about the kind of aid Canada is sending?
First of all, I want to appreciate very much the leadership of the Prime Minister Trudeau, Minister of Finance, Deputy Prime Minister Chrystia Freeland, very strong and reliable friend of Ukraine, and the whole Canadian people. With that situation, I think that we need a Land-Lease Act, exactly as in the during the World War II, everything from nutrition to ammunition, including the heavy mortar, because the heavy howitzer, heavy mortar and ammunition, it is game changer. Can you imagine that the fate of the world, future of the world, is depend just from 300 tank, 1,000 armed personnel carrier, 500 howitzer, and 100 jet fighter. With that situation, this is extremely important that the coordinated efforts of the world solidarity with Ukraine bring Ukraine strong to throw away Russian troops from Ukrainian soil. And another thing, I want to thank Canadian government that during the G7 meeting, the Chrystia Freeland was among those who initiated the financial aid of $24 billion. And I think that would be absolutely great idea if Chrystia would be among the donor council who supervise the spending of this money, directed it to the providing of reform, that Ukraine after the war would be better, stronger, more democratic, more European, more free. And I think, Chrystia, we are waiting for you in Ukraine. This is a great time to visit us together with your Prime Minister, Justin Trudeau, another very good friend of Ukraine and good friend of mine.
Okay, thank you, Mr. Poroshenko. Please stay safe.
Thanks a lot.
Hi, I'm Vashi Capellos, host of Power in Politics. See more of our show by subscribing to the CBC News channel or click the link for another video.